Hello students, good afternoon. I am your computer teacher Ashutosh Kumar Misra, and again I am presenting you another video of lesson 1 Fundamentals of Computer. This is the fifth video that has been prepared by me. In this video I am going to discuss about the major functions that the computer performs. The computer performs four major functions. Number 1 is input. Number 2, process. Number 3, output. And number 4, storage. So these are the four major functions that the computer performs. We can also say a computer is a collection of different units that perform these functions. In order to perform these functions, the computer has listed some of the major functional unit. So some of the main functional unit that performs these functions are: number 1, input unit. Input unit. Number 2, output unit. Number 3, processing unit. Number 4, memory unit. These were the four major units that perform the four major functions. The input unit performs the function of input. The output unit performs the output function. The processing unit performs the processing function, and the memory unit is used for storing the data. We begin with the input unit. The first unit, input unit. Now one thing should be clear over here. There is a difference between the input unit and the input. Input is the collection of data and the instruction that is provided by the user. We generally give input with the help of input unit. Can you name any 5 input units? Let me tell you, the 5 different input units are mouse, keyboard, microphone, joystick, light pen or stylus. The other name of light pen is also stylus. So these are the 5 different input units with the help of which we generally give input to the computer. Next is output unit. Output unit. The output unit generally contains the different output devices with the help of which we generally get our output, or we are able to see the output that we receive after processing. The different output devices can be projector, printer, speaker, plotter, headphones, etc. Most of you would have seen the printer, speaker, headphones, etc. So these were the different output units. Many of the times, students, you are asked to name 5 input unit or 5 output unit. So you should keep in mind about the different input units and the output units. Third comes the processing unit. Processing unit of a computer is CPU, or the full form Central Processing Unit. It is also known as the brain of computer. Why? because it controls the entire function of the computer system by sending the instruction or signals to the other part of the computer. The CPU is also known as microprocessor, central processor, or simply we can say processor. So what is CPU? It is actually a small chip that is mounted on the motherboard. I can show you the diagram of the chip that is available. It is like this only, that is mounted on the motherboard. So it generally is used for performing arithmetic, logical, or you can say the input and output operations of a computer system. It takes the data and instructions from the computer and processes the data as per the instructions and gives back the output to the storage unit. CPU is generally made up of two parts. Remember, the ALU and the CU. So it is made up of two parts. The first part is ALU, arithmetic and logical unit, and the second part is control unit. So what does ALU performs? The ALU performs the arithmetic and logical calculation. It performs arithmetic and logical calculation. Now what does arithmetic means? Plus, minus, multiply, divide, all these types of calculation is done by arithmetic. And in logical, greater than, less than, equal to, not equal to, such types of calculation are done with the help of logical unit. And in control unit, the control unit's main purpose is to control all the operations related to input, processing, or the output of a computer. Now, how does it controls the different operations? It controls the different operations by sending the signals to the different part of the computer system. It takes care of all the steps that are processed by computer. Remember, the CPU was first developed by Intel company. It was first developed by Intel company in 1971. And the first processor released was 4004 processor. The name of first processor was 4004 processor. Nowadays, in almost all digital type of devices, we can see the CPU. The different digital devices are desktop, laptops, tablet, smartphones, flat TV sets, etc. Different companies are there that makes the CPU, or you can say the processor for digital type of devices. Thank you. This was my 5th video in which I covered the different units like input unit, output unit, processing unit. The later topics will be covered in my next video.